Hello and welcome along, everyone. My name's Paul Dredge and welcome to another Talking Team session where today we are joined by Alex. Alex, would you like to give yourself a quick introduction to let everyone know who you are and what you do?
Yeah, thank you very much, Paul. My name is Alex Eggers. I'm calling from Germany. I'm MVP for Office Apps and Services, and I have a small company, around 50 people, and we are doing all the modern work stuff here for the German people. And of course, we're making cloud infrastructure solutions. And so I try to show or give my experiences to the community, and I'm very happy to be here with Teams Nation.
It's brilliant to have you here, Alex. I noticed very recently that on LinkedIn you've just gone over to 7,000 followers. That's a huge amount on LinkedIn. So it'd be good to learn a little bit about what you do in the community, how you're using social media to build up your profile and so on.
Yeah, so I really like to give my knowledge to other people because I think we have a very huge amount of companies that need support, and I cannot do it all on my own. And of course, no one has to do the same bad experience what we always already did, maybe in how to adopt and do change management in companies. So all my knowledge I give to other people for free, and therefore I use social media and especially LinkedIn. Maybe, let's see, I'm still hoping to do some things on TikTok, but this is hard work, more hard work than on LinkedIn. Yeah, but so if you would like to follow me, we have German content and also English content on LinkedIn. And yeah, I love it to be involved in the community.
Ah, amazing. And it's funny you mentioned TikTok. I see a few MVPs now. They're starting to make that move to starting to use TikTok because you can do the quick short videos, can't you? Yeah. So have you just started to use TikTok, or is it something you've been doing for a little while?
Yeah, I've done it in private occasions just for myself, and but we are just right now we're planning some small snippets, just best practices and quick tips to show here on TikTok. We'll see maybe in summer when we could get started.
Ah, amazing. I have to keep a lookout for that. I'm not a TikTok user myself, but I see there's more use for it out there, especially with the MVP, the community, Microsoft world of things. I see more people using it. So it might be something that if you haven't looked at it, go and take a look at it. And I'm sure you'll see Alex's videos on there shortly.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you've been public speaking for quite some time now, haven't you? Do you want to explain how you got into public speaking and how you like expand yourself, because I see your name at quite a lot of events now?
Yeah, thank you. Well, I think the problem is it is my nature. I love to stand on the
stage.
On the stage, yeah, correctly. I'm sorry. On the stage, in front of people, and this gives me much power back when I see the people. Unfortunately, right now, as you can see here, we have a video studio. Standing in front of people was the last 2 years not so easy, but yeah, we try to figure out how it could work also better in video meetings. But this is a thing what I really love. It's my nature. So yeah, I just cannot say no when somebody asks me, will you go on the stage? Yes, of course. Never mind which topic I'm on stage. Yeah, I love it.
Amazing. So have you been public speaking for quite some time then?
Yeah, it's I'm a company leader for 26 years now. We started when I was 19. So all the time there have always been possibilities to stand on the stage for different topics, and especially in the last 5 years. This month we have 5 years Microsoft Teams, and I started with Teams also in the beginning, and so this in the last 5 years is my topic. Especially adoption, user, and change management. Yeah, standing on stage on this topic.
Ah, amazing. So if you've been using Teams since it first came out 5 years ago, as you said, how have you seen the transformation of how organizations that you work with have been using it?
It is so great to see all the possibilities we got. When I remember the first customer we had, we also had this the time that you cannot invite guests in Microsoft Teams. So look back, how long is that ago, and how many possibilities have there become in the past that we can always make it better and better. And Well, we also have to say what we see now is that Teams gets a little bit overloaded because we get new functions every week, and it's not so easy to follow them. I have a short video, monthly video on YouTube in German, unfortunately in German, where you can see all the updates that have come in 1 month, and yeah. I still think that it's very important to have this part of adoption and change management in building up teams or using teams within a company, because what I always say, teams is just like be a little bit pregnant. You cannot be a little bit pregnant. So when you want to use teams, everybody has to use teams. Otherwise, it won't work. So all the possibilities are great, and to see how this transforms more and more for teams as a platform. But we also have to mention the adoption part. This is very important.
Yeah, it's funny because a lot of my job, what I do on a daily basis, is similar with the adoption of 365 in a whole, and Teams has been the big focus in the past few years. A question I get asked quite a lot is, do I feel that people have adopted Teams? So I guess I want to bounce that question to you. So with the organizations you've been working with, your experience over the past few years, would you say people have really adopted Microsoft Teams?
Yeah, it depends. As always, it depends. Yeah, of course, we have the early adopters, and in every case, so when we come to companies, it must not be young persons. It could be also older ones. I don't want to make a generation conflict of this, but there are people who love to have the tools to help them in their work, and so it's much easier for them to adopt. And yeah, unfortunately, we still have some people who still try to use fax machines. So there's a big difference in all these ongoings. And so, yeah, I think it's getting much better now, more and more, because more people hear about Teams. But still, we see the problems that some companies start using Teams and they never thought about governance and processes, organization things. As you might see in my session, I will have here in Teams Nation, that are the 5 big faults that you can do in Teams adoption. And yeah, this is the main topic what I'm talking about.
Brilliant. That brings me on to my next question. I was going to ask about what your talk is on at Teams Nation. Obviously, it's in German. You're on the German track. But you're talking about if I've got this right, my translation, the 5 most common mistakes in Teams introduction. Should you want to expand a little bit on what you're going to be sharing in that session?
Yeah, I love to, because what I think is that everybody who is talking about Teams and wants to use it in the company, he needs to know these 5 mistakes, because they don't need to be done every time when a company starts using Teams. So it's very easy. And we're talking about culture. You have to talk about culture, because Teams has special things that you need in your company to use Teams correctly. And it's a more open-minded solution, a tool that needs open-minded people. So this is one big point, is culture. Then we have, of course, the leadership. Leadership is very important. I cannot talk to the people using Teams and say, okay, we don't want to write any emails anymore. And the leadership says, oh, well, okay, my people can do that, but not me. I will still write emails. No one will understand this. So this is a big problem. And then we talk about governance, of course, and organizational things, and of course about processes. I always say that Teams adoption is not an IT technical part. We need other people here. We need more organizational stuff. So I think this is a good session. In 30-40 minutes, we'll see all these mistakes and how you can reduce this.
Amazing. So if you want to join that track and you are a German speaker, and join Alex on the day of Teams Nation, he's kindly got in the background behind him when that is, so I won't blurt it out now, but you can see in his great setup in his studio he's got today, he's kindly put the Teams Nation background on. But you can join us on that day where Alex will be sharing those 5 common mistakes, and there we go. He's put it on for us now. Brilliant. Okay, so we spoke a little bit about what you do for work, and what you're going to be talking about at Teams Nation, how you've done public speaking before. I've got a couple of questions, just random questions out there that I like to ask. Being a German person yourself, what is your favorite food dish? What is the dish people should try if they ever came to Germany, or they want to try the German cuisine? What would your go-to dish be that you'd recommend to people?
Oh my God, what you're asking me? Oh, well, let's see. First, I wanted to say a pizza or something like that. That is not special German.
Pizza's always popular, so that's a good choice.
And the next problem is, now I know what I want to say, but I don't know the English translation. So this is a big problem.
We can stick with pizza. So we can stick with pizza. That's perfectly fine. If you're going to Germany, Alex recommends you check out the pizza if you are on your travels over there. So is there any particular one that you go to, Alex, your favorite pizza topping?
Yeah, well, I especially eat Hawaii. So Hawaii is with pork and ananas, and I think ananas is something strange for some people outside of Germany to put it on pizza, as I heard in the past. But yeah, this is my main pizza, what I like.
Ah, brilliant. That is a very controversial topping, as you say. I see lots of debates on Twitter over time and so on about should pineapple be on a pizza.
Yeah, pineapple. Sorry,
yes.
Not ananas, pineapple.
That's fine. So Alex is one of those guys that loves pineapple on his pizza. I hope that doesn't affect your opinion of Alex. But I'm sure you've got many people out there who will agree with you that pineapple is a topping that should be on pizza. Okay, and then the final question then for today. What's your favorite film of all time? It's a tough one.
Looking movies is not my my main topic, to say. But when I look back in the past, I think Back to the Future is one of my main films that I really love to view. Also, till now, it's one of my favorite films. It's a little bit technical and moving through the time zones. Yeah, that's great.
Would you say the first one is the best of the Back to the Futures?
Yes, of course. Always the first one is the best. In the second and the third, I'm still losing in which time zone are we right now. But the first one, of course, is the best.
It is a classic. It's a good choice. Good choice in film to go for. I'm sure many out there have watched it, but if you have not watched Back to the Future, I highly recommend it. Alex definitely does recommend it. So go out there and check that out if you haven't watched the film. I just want to say a massive thank you, Alex, for taking time out today to share a little bit about yourself. So before the event, people should know a little bit more about you, should know about your talk that you're doing, and a bit of excitement about coming to see Alex at Teams Nation. So everyone out there, thank you very much for joining us today. And again, a big thank you to Alex. Be sure to check out our amazing event, which is on the 23rd of March, where we have 13 tracks, 140 sessions and 170 different speakers. And this event is 100% free, and it's 100% ran by the community as well. So thank you once again, Alex. Thank you everyone out there for joining us today. Until next time, see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.